I stared right at its multicolored jaw, clenched in a crescent, half-empty, pessimistic moon. Its eyes, two ballerinas on point, twirling on honeycombs, trying to keep the sleeping bees buzzing. I'd stare at the clock and it wouldn't move. Two folded arms post-mortem, and I just wanted to scream. My friend Terry was pawing at three fairy-faced figures flying in flower-mobiles. Their smiles revealed an army of teeth sharpened by blacksmith over dragon scales. I look to my left, and Francine is frozen in fear of a giggling, cactus-faced manticore. Poised and ready, she smelled of meat, and the beast wanted extra servings. If you've ever stared at a black hole while suspended by two gloved hands, one holding your right arm and the other your left arm, left dangling there looking into the gapless mouth of endlessness and creation, you'd know what Ambrose was feeling as he sunk into the leather couch, the sweat on his forehead thicker than pages before printing on paper was commonplace. I could feel the skin on my face being pressed upon glass. I was a specimen ready for examination through a microscope. I thought I'd never see the day where my organs were leaking out of my eyeballs in short bursts. This is it, I thought, my first and my last moment. I sat on the ice facing circular molten lava balls coming from Francine's hands, and my existence flew right by me. It looked oddly like a torn ligament 36 days after it repented its sins in a church built by camembert cheese enthusiasts. This was also the first time Terry had noticed how blue his hands were, 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 how blue his hands were. Sorry. I had a brief moment where Terry's consciousness mixed with mine and wouldn't stop touching each other, and it caused me to think everything he was thinking. I guess it really shocked him how blue his hands were, even though he was a double amputee since yesterday. His porcelain pants had not come in yet, and he invited us over to celebrate the fact that his vision had gained the ability to summon Kraken sunflower hybrids from the depths of Jupiter and its east sea. Yes, there are oceans on Jupiter, and yes, there is a differentiation between the east and the west ocean, and it is a highly politically charged debate between beings who have transcended the need to sign up for things on lists and beings who have become fused with the soil, sedentary to the 27th degree. They still haven't left the courtroom, and Jupiter has engaged in the civil war, I tell you. Terry can see this all with his right eye. The left eye is blind. The N-terminus of all my amino acids are pointed towards Brazil, and I feel as though the integration of my disintegration has begun, and then, sudden as sunrise sped up on a camera phone, the light turns on. I'm alone. I fall into the fog with a puzzled look splashed upon my face. I feel around and my fingers stumble upon the culprit. I knew I shouldn't have eaten this expired burrito. Thank you.